What if I told you that one of the most controversial, talented, and flat-out relentless drivers in modern stock car racing didn't just arrive in NASCAR, he fought his way into it from the dirt up? Because that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're talking about a driver whose story doesn't feel real sometimes. The kind of journey that looks like it was written for Hollywood, except it actually happened in front of us on Sunday afternoon sprint cars, dirt ovals, and eventually the biggest stage in stock car racing. And now, that story is getting the documentary treatment. A closer look. Behind the helmet, behind the wins, behind the chaos. Stick with me, because this isn't just about a film, it's about how we rethink everything we thought we knew about one of NASCAR's most dangerous threats on any given race weekend. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. Here's the thing, when you hear the name Kyle Larson, you don't just think Cup Series driver, you think versatility, you think raw speed. You think a guy who can jump from a dirt track on Saturday night to the highest level of NASCAR Cup Series on Sunday and still look like he belongs at the front. But this new documentary, Kyle Larson versus the Double, now streaming on Prime Video starting May 21, it peels back everything we've argued about for years. And I'm just gonna say it straight, this isn't just a highlight reel. This is a pressure test of his entire identity as a racer. Because for years, fans have debated this exact question. Is Larson a dirt racer who adapted to NASCAR, or is he a NASCAR superstar who just happens to be elite on dirt? And this film doesn't dodge that conversation. It leans into it. It shows the grind, the early days. The nights where Larson wasn't a name, he was just another driver chasing tenths of a second on dusty bull rings where nobody's watching except a few diehards and crew members who've seen it all. And here's why that matters for NASCAR fans right now. Because in today's Cup Series, consistency is everything. You can't just be fast, you have to survive a brutal schedule, playoff pressure, car changes, strategy chaos, and still deliver when it matters most. And Larson? He represents the modern paradox of NASCAR talent. On one hand, you've got a driver who can absolutely dominate a race when everything clicks. On the other hand, you've got the reality that even elite drivers can get swallowed up by the unpredictability of the sport. This documentary basically puts that tension under a microscope. And if you're a playoff-minded fan, here's where it gets really interesting. Because watching Larson's journey again, especially through this film, forces you to ask, does raw talent still guarantee dominance in the current Cup Series format? Or has NASCAR evolved into something where even the most naturally gifted drivers have to fight harder than ever just to stay in control of their destiny? And I'll tell you what stands out most in this story. It's not just the wins. It's the dual identity, the double life of a driver who can go from dirt domination to super speedway chess match within days and still carry the expectations of being a championship threat every single season. That's exhausting. That's pressure. And that's what this documentary really puts on display, because behind every trophy shot, there's the reality of what it takes to maintain that level across two completely different racing worlds. And whether you love him or critique him, you can't deny this. Kyle Larson is one of the few drivers in modern NASCAR who has completely blurred the line between disciplines and forced the entire garage to rethink what complete driver actually means. So now I want to throw this straight to you, because this is where it gets spicy. After watching Larson's journey laid out like this, after seeing the dirt origins, the cup pressure, and everything in between, do you think NASCAR rewards versatility enough, or does the system still favor specialists who master just one style? Because I'm telling you right now, this debate is not going away. And as fans, we're watching a driver who might define an entire era of what it means to be elite in this sport. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Larson is the blueprint for the next generation of NASCAR Cup Series champions, or is his path too unique to ever be repeated? And while you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay locked in with NASCAR Nation News, because stories like this, they're just getting started.